Special Agent Fox Mulder here. Welcome to the first episode of 2023 of Unhinged, a local football broadcast. Today we've got Crib Point versus Somerville, and we're down at Crib Point Reserve for this game. Just watch the reserves. Cold conditions, true footy conditions. Umpires are making their way out to the ground now. It's got the 1 minute warning from the siren, so we'll wait for the game to start. Okay, we're ready for a start here. Siren's about to sound. Umpire holds his ball. Yeah, there goes the siren. And away. Touched out by Somerville there by the looks of it. Bit of a scrimmage through there. Crib Point get it out quickly, but it's straight to Somerville. We've got the hands on the outside there. And kick just goes over the player. Crib Point in the back pocket there. He's looking across the face of goal. Dangerous to stay there early in this stage of the game. Right down to the wing. Crib Point player overruns the ball. And looks like we're going to get a whistle blown here. Equal tap down there. So we're going to get another scrimmage. No, Somerville get clears and he's stripping the ball. Action further out in the wings. Quick handball out there, but straight to a man. He's tackled straight away. Somerville got a bit of run off half back here. Bit of dash. The handballs, a lot of handballs. Not enough kicks. Swung him all the way around. No prior opportunity, says the umpire. Looks like we've got a lot of players crowded around the ball here at the moment. There's a lot of handballs flicking around early in the game here. We're just feeling each other out. Well picked up there through the middle, and he's been penalised for holding the ball. Well, Somerville will go away here. They're out in the pocket. Yeah, good mark. Very good mark there. Well, the young fella in the forward pocket. Now, what's the sort of decision you're going to make here? Is he going to go around and snap that around the corner, or is he going to kick straight in? Because that'll probably be a little bit of wind affected. The wind's blowing straight across the ground here today at Crib Point. Yeah, oh, he's gone the banana and just behind the stick there. So Somerville 1 point. Crib Point yet to score. So let's see what sort of setup they got out there. It looks like they're going for the looks like they're coming out to the far side of the field. The umpire's paid a free kick here. Has he paid that mark, has he? Crib Point run forward here, and just off the side of the boot. That's got out of bounds on the full. Somerville number 5 to take the kick. We went for a spot up through the middle there. There was pressure there, pressure play by Crib Point. Somerville player overruns the ball, and yeah, the umpire's going to call for a ball up. So pretty tight here early in the contest. We've got 5 minutes down already. Lock Somerville there. The umpire's seen something he didn't like. Plucked one out. Somerville player loose out here on the wing. And yes, nice accurate kicking going on here. Somerville. And Kenny hit up the forward. He has. All right. Still pretty far out. It's tricky conditions here today. The wind is swirling, but it will probably be coming over his shoulder a little bit down there. He's confident anyway. It doesn't look like there's too many Somerville forwards leading around for him, so Sausage roll for Somerville. So Somerville get the first goal. Take them on to 1-goal, 1-7. That was a pretty good kick. First goal of the season there for Somerville. Well done, that man. So, back to the centre we go. That's Somerville 1-goal, 1-7. Crib Point yet to score. No trouble getting the ball back down there today. Went right out in right over to the netballers, I think, right over the back there. Crib Point versus Somerville in the netball as well over the back. And here we go again. No one wins the tap out that time. Crib Point said to be held without the ball there. Somerville clear it out of the middle through a series of handballs, but it's dropped. Very, very scrappy at the minute. Somerville get to the outside, but there's Crib Point players all over it. It's going to be an effort here. Yeah, good mark from him. Very well shepherded. And the ball goes out of play in the Crib Point forward pocket. First time Crib Point really been into a meaningful attack here. Good shepherd, good body work there off the play to protect the ball kicker there. And in it comes. Oh, got a bit of a shove there, the Somerville ruckman. Umpire didn't see it that way though. And he called that dropping the ball. Okay. Wasn't much prior opportunity, but incorrect disposal. Plenty of advice here. Not sure what to do with it. It's not getting too much movement yet. Anyone moving for him? They want to come it through the middle there, Somerville, by the looks of it. Dangerous play. Crib Point kick it forward, and that's a mark. To pay that mark. Well done there. Good body strength. Oh, he hasn't called that a mark. So playing that on. No, it's ball up. Small scrappy play. Crib Point get it out with some quick handballs. And they get their first score of the game. So 1-1-7 Somerville to 1 point Crib Point. See how Somerville set up and Crib Point set up in their defence. You go attack the ball there, mate. Fairly scrappy. First game of the year though, so you can expect this sort of play. Very close in. Player there by himself for Crib Point. So both sides are yet to settle down here yet. And it's yet to see a trend in play. It's fairly scrappy football. Looks like there's a Crib Point want to bring it round the outer wing. Big flyers there. Ball comes to the front of the pack. Oh, it might have been high there. We've got the handball out. Big kick, big high, up and under, up into the forward line. Good mark, yeah. Well done. Stand under the ball like that. They're very hard to take those marks. Just telling everyone to settle down there. Looking across goal. It's a bit risky. He's got a player loose out there, so he had a plan. So we kick it along the members' wing up there. Man in front will get paid that mark every time. Big tall fella. Kicked into the Crib Point forward line. Oh, big fly, but no cigar. Number 10, yeah, well done there. Through the traffic. And once again, Crib Point at halfback. Repel the attack from Somerville. Now it looks like Crib Point are keen to bring it out to this outer wing. No, he's going to go straight down the centre. And look, oh yeah, that's a pretty good play, good handball. But kicks off the side of the boot and that'll go out of bounds. Right down in the Crib Point forward pocket there, the back pocket for Somerville. Close game, scrappy so far. We haven't had much clear play going on yet. We've had some pretty good strong marks. And in comes the ball again. Yeah, good tap there. Slater didn't get his head quite over the ball there. The umpire's called a free kick here. No, he's called it a ball up. And that'll be another ball up there again as well, straight down to the player, no prior opportunity. There's a good punch down there, went straight to Crib Point player there. Off the ground, player by himself, but fumbled the ball. All off the ground again. It's the sort of day you want to be probably making as much ground as you can. And the umpire hugs himself and says, give it to me, and we'll throw that up in the air. No one attempts the ruck out tap out there. Scrappy play again. There's probably just about every player on the ground, just about around the ball at the moment. Sam Powell-Pepper's gone to pick up the ball there, but no, umpire will call the ball up again. Somerville players asking for a free kick. The umpire tells them to go forth and multiply. Oh, touched off the boot. Yeah, I'm the commentator, I can't be picking up the ball. Okay, so we've got a boundary throw in on the half forward flank for Crib Point, half back flank for Somerville.
Race it to it, rotate when you can.
Didn't caught that. Nice kick inside from Crib Point there. Only flies to Somerville though, they spoiled each other. Crib Point, nice hand ball backwards. Kick smothered off the boot. Got plenty of dash there on the other side of the ground there. Someone's just flipped arse over. Number 47 looks like he's hurt himself as well. And the umpire will throw the ball up again. So low scoring game here so far. Looks like we might get a little bit of a sun spell coming through, so it just rained, so wind's died down a little bit. Someone got to run around the outside of the wing here. And yeah, good mark. Oh no, the handball was slick. And the kick not much better. Onto his left side, I think that was. Ball's gone out of bounds, so that's the result. A fair result for Somerville there. They'll throw in their forward pocket. Could have done better though with the kick. No one wins the ruck contest there. Scrappy play down in the forward line there. Crib Point clear it, but only as far as half back. Great tackle there by the Somerville player. The umpire will come in and ball that up again. I think at this point in time, the umpire's probably got the most possessions. Got the kick out to Somerville. A couple of handballs. Somerville are clear here. Like, no. Yep, run into the open goal and smothered off to hit the post. No, smothered was. Well done, Crib Point. Well played. Smothered and gone out of bounds as well. So saved the score. And
Archie left to go in the ruck and get to me off for a breather. I haven't got past you.
Down there we've got some handballs flicking around. We've had a shot, flying shot at goal, and that's a goal. Or has there been a free kick paid? Free kick paid there on the line there. Ball's gone out of bounds on the half forward flank, half back flank there for Crib Point. For Somerville, 1 goal, 2-8. Crib Point, 1 point. Big kick from Somerville into the forward line there. It was a nice looking kick. Players descend on the ball. The ball's flicking in and out everywhere there. A lot of pressure on at the moment. A lot of body on body contact. Still very scrappy, and the umpire's going to come in and ball that up again. Crosses himself. He says, give it to me and I'll throw that up in the air. Might have been taken without possession there, the Somerville player. They're asking for it. Yeah, another ball up there, held to him, no prior opportunity. Up it goes again. Plenty of players around the ball. We've got a kick out of the pack. It's no one. And that'll be a free kick to Crib Point there for holding the man. Very scrappy play. A lot of players around the ball. To expect early in the game. A good hold there. Felt the pressure coming in from behind. Got some run going along the members' wing there. But straight to the Somerville player. That was a good overhead mark there with the pressure on. Looks to centre it. Finds the player in the centre of the ground. And they go right across the other side of the ground. And found a man standing around 40 metres, 45 metres out from goal. It seems like he's pretty confident. He's going to go back and have a shot. And no, he passes it. Poor manning up there from Crib Point. They just let him drift down. Take the easy to marks. Now what's he going to do? Is he going to run around? It's about 35 metres out from goal. Tight angle. He seems confident. With that peroxide of air, he must be confident. And that's gone to the left of the post and behind the stick for 1 point. Somerville on to 139. Crib Point 1 point. It looks like they're going to come bring it out this outer side. No. Tricked it up. Found a player more centralised through the corridor. And then out to the half-back flank and bringing it back into the centre again through the corridor. Good section of play there by Crib Point. They're yet to score, yet to register a goal yet. It's got a slow build-up along the members' wing. Just can't quite get a hit up in the forward line there. The umpire's called that from miles off the ball. I think he's called that a throw, has he? Yes, he has. Somerville in through the centre here. Let's switch the players on. Got a player loose out on the wing here. Is he going to hold up the play a little bit? No, he moves it on quickly. And Somerville are determined to move the ball quickly. And that is a goal, is it? No, hit the post. Beautiful bit of play there from the number 11 from Somerville. They're certainly confident.
It's not you, but we're not covering that centre square. Just start pointing directions, yelling at him.
So Somerville move on to 1 goal, 4-10. And Crib Point on 1 point at this point in time. Pressure certainly on Crib Point. It's just ball spent a lot of time in the Somerville forward 50 at this point in the game. Crib Point need to settle down, find some targets. Maybe slow the game down a little bit. Somerville seem to want to run and gun. Trying to break the zone by going across the other side of the ground there. Some really good running from the Crib Point players here. A good mark there. Well done. They got anyone forward here? Oh no. Well defended by the Somerville player there. But good bit of play by Crib Point. Good transition from the kick in all the way down to their own forward pocket. Very good transition play. A big massive kick, that's a high up and under, that'll come down with snow on it probably. No one takes the mark, big scrap for the ball at centre half forward, and the umpire says give that to me and I will throw it up in the air. Down to Somerville, quite an easy touchdown. They're out here, Somerville. Player loose out on the wing, number 11. Might have been dealt with a bit unfairly after he got rid of the ball, but they had to play on. Down in the Somerville forward line, and a snap for goal, and that's a sausage roll for Somerville. Yep. No. Touched off the boot, 1 point. Lucky for Crib Point there. Takes Somerville on a 1 goal 5-11 now. Inaccurate to 1 point. Out into the half-back line for Crib Point. Bringing it down the members' wing again. Got some good run, good transition from the back line. But once again, Somerville with the quick handballs. Look to centre the ball. Well done, yeah, well taken. Gets the ball away. Somerville look to be very keen to get it on the outside from a centralised position here. Good tackle. Tackled him over the line, and the umpire will throw that in. Somerville wins that down that tap there. A few handballs, scrappy handballs, ball smothered. Well, he tried to turn into the tackle then, and the umpire's pointed the wrong way, has he? Who's that to? Yeah, he has, yep, it's to Crib Point. Looks like they're going to be quite happy to maybe run the quarter down here. Yeah, a couple of minutes left remaining. Got their eye on the ball, yeah, good mark. They're down there, no. It's had no protection there, the Crib Point full forward. And Somerville look like they got on a pretty good transition. Oh no, that's a poor kick. So, the umpire's going to pay that mark. Not sure what to do with it. He's getting plenty of advice through the middle. Dangerous kick, but pulls it off. Mulder will look like they're very determined to bring it centralised from the centre and out to this outer wing here. Probably trying to deaden the ball against the wind there. Wind is blowing straight across the ground from the member stand over there, over towards me, over here. Over at the grandstand, the Special Agent Fox Mulder commentary box. Ball back into play. Handballs are coming out there. Well, so a big kick out there from Crib Point. Somerville player's only there, but he's tackled. And Crib Point are able to safely bring it out to the half-back line. He's going to hold. He's found someone more centralised. And we've got some run-on play from behind. Yeah, good body work. Drops the mark though. Some good body work there from the number 1, but ultimately dropped the mark. That's all right. It's early in the season. A lot more mouths open now. After we're nearly run down to the quarter time here. First game of the year, there'll be a few blokes blowing. blowing out. Even the boundary umpire looks like he's blowing out already. But no one there for Somerville to the ruck, and that'll just go out of bounds again.
Keep wrestling. Our shot here.
Ball back into play again. Ruckman contest. Powell Pepper gets the ball there. Oh, nearly a high mark there from the crib point player. No, player looking forward to the ball. Yeah, well, good handball, but into traffic. Somerville player grabbed without the ball there. Desperation stakes. And the umpire says, give it to me. Oh, overran the ball there. He might have been pushed in. And held to him, dragged to ground, and we'll have another ball up. Grabbed by Powell Pepper, and he's dragged it back in there. Where's the umpire going to see that? No. Yeah, loose ball on the ground, overruns the ball. Dealt with after he got rid of it. Somerville player quickly gets it on the boot. Nice handball there. Well, good smother. Committed. Big commitment. Players fly everywhere for the ball. Oh, through his legs. And Somerville look to clear it to the member side wing. They've got some runners out there. Can they be accurate with the kick? Not quite. He's called that out on the full, I think. Probably shouldn't have kicked that. He's got to kick the ball over the mark there. His umpire said no. You've got to kick the ball over the mark, mate. Play on. Play on's the call. No prior opportunity, so the umpire's going to ball that up again. Ruckman go up. Some crib point Ruckman wins that rather easily, but what's he paid here? He's pointed the wrong way again. And that's a free kick for a block, I think, against Somerville Ruckman, or for an arm chop. Not quite sure. Well, in the dying minutes of the first quarter here, it's Somerville 1 goal 5 to crib point 1 point. Or he gets the handball away. It puts the player under pressure there, but he's good enough to get around the Somerville player. No one went up for crib point there, and it's an easy mark for Somerville. A transition it once again through the centre of the ground. Through by hand this time, and they look to take it out wide. Right on quarter time. Okay, we'll go and have a look at the scoreboard. And so we'll see what the scores are, and then we'll catch the second quarter.
Just run.
In your lines, lads.
So we can see quarter time there. It is crib point, 1 point, the home side. Somerville 1 goal 4-10, and that'll be quarter time. So we'll come into the Somerville huddle for the first quarter. We'll go into the crib point huddle for the third quarter. Walk around outside. Coaches, all the line coaches at work.
I think a lot of people are pushing down. Like, there's a couple of times there was about 5 of us trying to tackle one player, and then when
Players
out,
giving some input there.
So it's not just on.
You see how different groups come together. Somerville have certainly had more of the ball this quarter. They seem to want to transition it more through the centre of the ground and bring it to the outside wing. So we'll see if that plan, how that plan goes for this quarter. Very big crosswind across the ground here today, so it's a bit harder to play footy. It's got to be a lot of ground ball. Alright, so we'll wait for the second quarter. We've come into the Somerville huddle. They're all in their groups. Alright, ready for the second quarter. Plenty to talk about. So there's still plenty of close score. You'll see plenty of talk from both sides. Umpire's waiting for the I'm not sure what the umpire's waiting for here. We've got 6 at either end and 6 on the wings and centre. There goes the siren. Second quarter begins. Somerville 1-4-10, Crib Point 1 point. Power Pepper picks it up there, he's grabbed immediately. And the umpire says, I'll have it again, I'll throw it up. Crooked throw up, won by both ruckmen pretty much. Somerville player dragged without the ball. Crib Point player picks it up and he's immediately tackled, and the continuation of this scrappy game. First game of the year. Hard to know who's where and what's going on, so good shepherding off the ball there by Crib Point. Power Pepper kicks the ball down into the forward pocket there for Crib Point, and so the player might have run it out of bounds, has he? No, not quite. And that'll be a throw in, according to the umpire. He's going to throw it in on the half-back line there for Somerville. Ball back into play. Short throw in. I think the umpire's going to recall that, is he? Yeah, I'd say so. It seemed to advantage one of the ruckmen there. The ruckmen go at it again. They drag each other down nearly. It defeats them both again, and it's up to the midfielders to get the ball. Flick out by Crib Point there, and a quick kick forward. Pushing the back maybe to Somerville, and there's a goal to Crib Point. Sausage roll over the back. Somerville looking at the umpire, they're saying well, it was a push in the back, but I think he just fell over. You've got to keep your feet in the back line. That's the main thing, stay on your feet. And that's a costly mistake there from Somerville. And that'll bring the scores to Crib Point 1 goal 1-7 and Somerville 1 goal 4-10 with 3.5 minutes gone in the second quarter. Down here at Crib Point Reserve with Special Agent Fox Mulder. We're down here for the first game of the season for 2023 on Unhinged, and the ball goes up again. Someone will move it forward. Very good transition there of play, and that's got to be a marker, a free kick. So has he killed him? No, he's only half dead. That's all right then. He's not liking it. He's gone for the head clutch. Is he trying to get a 50 off the umpire, or is he genuinely injured? It is the first game. Might be handy to stay down for a minute here. He's up and about. It's up and about, the big fellow. Put his body on the line. Earned the free kick. Mark or free kick that was anyway. Out into the back pocket here, as they probably look to transition through the middle of the ground here again. Can't see anything through. Got something out on the wing you can see. Somerville intercept mark there. Beautiful intercept mark by number 25. And he kicks it in. Looks for the big targets down forward. But there's no one there for Somerville. There's a lot of Crib Point players. And this is where all the Somerville players are here. Just protecting it from coming back out. They need to lower their eyes here a bit, Somerville. And he does lower his eyes a little bit. But the kick is astray and straight to Crib Point. Oh, he's dropped that on the wall and lucky to get away with that. Dropped the easiest of marks. The kick just went over the head of the Crib Point player, spoilt by Somerville. And we'll see a throw in out on the members' wing. So both sides a little bit scrappy earlier on. Somerville Somerville haven't quite taken their chances. They probably could have been a couple of goals ahead here. And the umpire's going to pay that head high, is he? He threw his head back. No, the umpire's going to say, "I'll give it to me. You can go forth and multiply." Ball down to the ground level again. Instantly tackled, and the umpire crosses himself Monsignor style. Somerville gets the top down there. Straight to crib point though. They get that's a worm burner, that is. Straight to the Somerville player. And, oh, that's a dangerous bounce. Yeah, that's holding the ball. And that will be holding the ball, yeah. Very difficult to bounce on a wet windy day like today at the Sharon. We thought the umpire was going to pay 50 then, but no. Crib point player looks pretty confident here. He's only a little fella. He's got the boot on him. He's at least 50 metres out. Let's see what he's got here. No, goes for the short kick, a set up play, and well done. They left a hole there for him. Dragged all the Somerville players into a different position, left a big hole out there in the forward pocket on the member side, and that's how you do it. Let the big forward lead into the hole there that they've created. Dragged all the Somerville players away from the ball. Now let's see what he can finish off the work that he's done here. And in he comes. Big kick for goal, and they like it behind the sticks. And that's 2 fingers up in the air. Sausage roll to crib point. And they hit the front. So that's crib point, 2 goals, 1-13. And Somerville 1 goal, 4-10. So crib point have settled down a bit more in this quarter than Somerville. Seem to be moving the ball with a bit more skill and seeming to hold their marks a little bit more. So still scrappy play. Tap down and to no avail, and we'll have another ball up. Umpire comes in and crosses himself Monsignor style. Both ruckman up in the air, run out by the Somerville ruckman there. Straight to the crib point player though, but tackled immediately, and another throw up. Both ruckman again win that tap this time. Straight down, and looks like it's going to be ball up number 4. Straight out. A lot of players around the ball at the moment. The umpire might clear them out in a minute. Somerville player tried to grab it there without, took it out of a fresh area. Had a good hip, yeah, big hip sway there, and they kick it forward. It's a bit of a worm burner into the forward line. Luckily it comes off to a Somerville player, and he's tackled, gets the handball away. Crib point backline pressure is immense at the moment. Drags him down the ground with it. And yeah, very good backline pressure from the crib point defence there. Never let the Somerville players get a second arrest. No chance to overshot a goal. The ball comes back into play. One by the Somerville player down to the, and over the line there. Tried a bit of the old sell a bit of the candy there, number 25 there, but probably found himself in a bit of trouble. Well, they're lucky there, Somerville, to get away with that. Flicked over the back by the Somerville ruckman this time. Handball into traffic. Big kick out of the pack there, and that's out of bounds on the full. He's looking across the other side. He's going to try and stretch the zone of Somerville here. Somerville going to have to rezone to the other side of the ground. Good mark over his top of his head. Not a bad kick either there from the young fella as they transition it out to the members' wing. And a turnover, and it brings it in for Somerville, although the kick's pretty ordinary. Oh, off the ground, is it? He's got some pressure on him. Very hard to bring down. He's a big man. And off the side of the boot for number 61 there, and that's a point for Somerville. That takes them on a 1 goal, 5-11. Crib point of 2 goals, 1-13. Now let's see how Somerville set up in defence here. Look like they're going for the zone. They're not man on man. And as is pretty common, we've kicked it into the forward pocket here. Out to the members' wing. Big fly by the players, well rode by the Somerville player. He kicks a worm burner. Puts his player under pressure. Now there's some pressure here. Look, the ball opens up. Forward line opens up for Crib Point. They've got someone on the outside here. He's just grabbed it inside the line, gets the ball away, and yeah, well led up there by the Crib Point player. And yeah, not a bad effort to get that ball off one step there from the Crib Point forward. Big transition there from the Somerville defensive line all the way down the Crib Point for a shot at goal. Coaches always like that sort of stuff. That's what they train for all week, those sort of transition plays. And the shot goes across the face, and I believe that is touched over the line, is it? Throw it in. No, out of bounds on the full. Someone will bring it back into play. Crib Point didn't seem to be on the ball there. They didn't seem to know what was going on. There's the player loose. Out to the members' side under the half-back flank for Somerville. Plenty of blokes leading through the centre. So we've slowed down play here a bit, Somerville. So looking to go a couple of players out here on their own. So Crib Point have let them off the chain here a little bit. And that's a good mark. Hold on, I'll lower your eyes. That's it. And a kick into the forward line, and yeah, well used by the body there. Good body use by the Somerville forward there. And he's taken the mark. And he's probably about 20 metres out on a slightly difficult angle today because the wind is going across the ground. So he may choose to snap it around the corner. Good use of the body though from the Somerville forward there against the defender. Not much really the defender can do in that situation. He's going to kick that around the corner and has kicked it. Sausage roll for Somerville. That's their second. They move on to 2 goals 5-17, and Crib Point are 2 goals 2-14. Now that was a very good transition from Somerville. They swapped play from one side of the ground to the other. They had some good runners on the outside, on the outer wing here, and they were able to bring that down, and then a strong mark from their forwards. So you can see a bit more of that from Somerville. That's their sort of style they're going to play by the looks today. Crib Point look a bit more scrappy. They look like they want to bring the ball through the middle. And they contend again, tapped down by the Somerville ruckman, and he braves his own work there. Big quick handball through the middle into the sand pit. And a scrappy. Crib Point come out with the ball at half back. Oh, he's only just got a hand of that. The young fella there. Handball out, quick handball out on the half back flank. We've got a couple of half back flankers flying around here. The ball in dispute. And the umpire's called a high tackle on the Crib Point. He's called advantage here. There's not many people down in the Crib Point forward line, so we've got paid a free kick, have we? Against the Somerville defender there for a high. He's put the pressure on the defender here, number 1 there for Crib Point. Some of the defenders looking at his feet. He's not too happy with himself at the moment. Think about the next play. It's a long way out here from goal. He's going to have to kick this pretty far. And that's not a bad kick. That's a goal. Well done. Never looked like missing. Rightio, Crib Point move on to 3 goals 2-20, and Somerville to 2 goals 5-17. Close game down here. Nearly halfway through the second quarter. See a bit of improvement in the weather on the horizon there. Special Agent Fox Mulder appreciate that. Hands are just about frozen off. And in the centre again. And up to the big fella's fly. Somerville ruckman gets it down again. Rows his own ball again. But they're all in the sand at the moment. and ball in dispute, and the umpire will cross himself Monsignor style and come and ball that up again. Tap down there, it's fumbled by the crib point player, it's cost them. As someone will bring it out of the centre, it's hard to run through that sand through the middle there. Got the handball out, got his arms free. Quick kick down into Somerville forward line, and that's a strong mark taken by the number 25 there for Somerville. He quickly gets it onto the boot. Punch from behind from the Somerville forward. Unusual way of getting rid of the ball there. The ball's on the ground in big quick kick out of play. Tap out of play. Ball's still on the ground. It's popping in and out. It's like a slippery bit of soap at the moment. If you want to grab that ball at the moment, then you're going to be getting hit hard. The bodies are flying in at the moment. Crib point, bring it out. Smothered off the boot.
Out's good! Out's good! Out's good!
Yep.
Oh!
Straight into a nest of crib point magpies there it was. He's looking to go across the face there. Going to stretch the Somerville zone to the other side of the ground, or is he going to bring it back this side? They do have more players loose on this side of the ground by the looks of Port Adelaide. And he holds that mark there. Call for a 50 there, but they just ran into each other. The low kick. Oh, tries to tap over the back, but he probably should have just tried to hold on to that. Porter crib point clear the ball forward. Bit of pace there from the Somerville defender. Breaks the tackle, gets the handball free, and a low worm burner. Finds no one. Number 20 for crib point sends it forward, and that's a beautiful kick too. Saw the player on the outside there. Now he's given time for Somerville to set it up here a little bit. He might have got it on a bit quicker. Looks like just about every man in the ground's heading in defence there, so, or is he confident? He's about 50 metres out, so he's going to have to kick this at least probably 55 metres over the man on the mark. So we'll see if he goes short or if he's going to have a shot. No, he's having a shot. It's not a bad looking kick, and he's kicked it. Well done, that man. That was a big kick, and from a difficult angle too, in the pocket there. Kicking with a wind going across the ground.
See how we were all goalkeeping? It paid off, but
And that
you take charge.
will take crib point on to 4 goals 2-26. Somerville are 2 goals 5-17. So they've created a bit of a gap here, crib point, with some good goal kicking. Good kicking a goal.
Stay locked in! Stay locked in!
They come down here. The ball umpire's going to play a free kick against there for a high tackle. Number 5 for crib point. See someone he likes, but ball comes off the side of the boot. Someone will dash it out by hand and then by foot. Somerville player at the ground level there takes the ball, gets tackled immediately, but gets the ball away. Scrappy got the ball. Somerville will pick it up. An outside wing, one hand, a good mark. Brings a worm burner right in, and no one really in the forward line there.
Yes, Harry! Shepherd!
Umpire calls a halt high tackle there. I don't know if that was in that. I think that was just body on body. Crib point go across the ground again, across the face of goals. And the Somerville player works pretty hard. Makes the crib point player drop the ball, but he's got plenty of time. We see the handball tradition on the outer wing, on the members' wing there. High ball in the air, that'll come down with snow on it. Somerville defender stands under it. It doesn't take the mark. And the umpire will call the ball up. Felt like it would have been standing under that for 5 minutes. tend the ball again. Crib Point get it out of the congestion. More contested possession for Crib Point. And Somerville just do a quick get out of jail kick from the defence and straight back to Crib Point and straight back into the Crib Point forward line. So Somerville got another chance to bring it out here again. Drop mark and player tackled, immediately dragged to ground, and the umpire will cross himself, and we'll have another throw up. At about the 20-minute mark of the second quarter here. Crib Point 4 goals 2, Somerville 2 goals 5. Oh, a gap opened up there like the Red Sea for the Somerville player there. But the kick was no good, it was less than a worm burner. Kick, it's one-on-ones here and in the Somerville forward line. Oh, good smother. Oh, he's got to be able to pick up the ball. Yeah, high tackle. Yeah. He's got to be able to bend down to pick up the ball. It's not ducking your head. Well, that's got into 50 metres, isn't it? Yeah. 50 metres, came in after. There's no need for it. The player was going to take the mark. He was always going to take the mark. And he gets a bit of grief from the Somerville players. And that'll certainly be a score for Somerville at least, but they need a goal here to steady down. They've kicked 1 goal this quarter, see if they can kick another one. No, the umpire does not move. That is straight through the middle. Goal to Somerville. That takes them on to 3 goals 5-23. Crib Point are 4 goals 2-26. So the game's opened up a little bit towards the second half of this second quarter as the players start to blow out a little bit. They've been going around for around 50 minutes now, just over 50 minutes of running around, body on body, takes it out of you. Less talk, as you can hear around the ground, because players have got less breath to talk with, because now we're starting to get into the business end of the second quarter. It goes up in the air, well won by the Somerville Ruckman, straight down to Port Adelaide to Crib Point. And a high ball that brings down Snow. Roved very well by Crib Point. Good spin out. Gets the kick away, but to nobody in particular. Somerville bring it out of defence. And well played by the Crib Point player there to hold up.
Up by 3 points, 25-22. No, because that's not the score that's up there. That's not the score that's up there.
Everyone goes up for the ruck there, but no one's a clear winner. Crib Point get the kick away. And that's a big high kick down in the forward line. Nearly marked there by the Port Adelaide full forward. And he's paid a free kick there for holding the man. Probably just pretty lucky to get away with it. It looked like there was they were both contending for the ball. He certainly played for the free kick, but the umpire has said, I will pay it to you, young man, and told the Somerville player to go forth and multiply. Now, he kicked one from here just before, see how he goes a bit closer in, and that is straight through the middle, is it? Goal. So that is Crib Point 5 goals 1-31, Somerville 3 goals 5-23. 3 goals 4-22. So a 9-point lead to Crib Point. About 5 minutes to go in the second quarter. They seem to be getting a lot of ball out of the clearance here, Crib Point, compared to Somerville. Somerville Ruckman's a clear winner again, but straight down to Crib Point, and we'll immediately have another ball up. He goes again. No clear winner this time. We've got a bit of aerial ping pong. Sam Powell-Pepper wins it out of the centre again. He's playing well. Straight to the Somerville player though. He's immediately tackled and brought to ground, and the umpire will cross himself Monsignor style, and we'll have another ball up. Clear tap down to Somerville there. The umpire's picked out a free kick, has he? And looks like it's going to the Crib Point players. I keep calling them Port Adelaide because they've got the Port Adelaide teal on the back. Crib Point move it forward, and they had a loose player out in the pocket. Somerville player goes to ground, and they were lucky to get that out of bounds then because the Somerville player went to ground. You've got to keep your feet as a defender. And we'll have a ball in. It's about 30 metres around from the Crib Point goal. Clear winner of the Somerville land, but once again at the ground level, Crib Point are dominating. Certainly winning the contested possession at this point in time by the looks through my eyes anyway. No clear winner in the ruck there. Picked up by the Crib Point player straight into a massive tackle, and high tackle I would have thought. No, he's paid that to Somerville. He had prior opportunity. And well done, that was a good transition, but a shocking kick. Straight across the face of goal, and that'll take Somerville on to 3 goals, 5-23. And Crib Point are on 5 goals, 131. Let's see how Somerville set up in the defence here. And Crib Point, they seem to want to favour the members' side and bring all the Somerville players to the outer side. Once again, short into the back pocket. Seems to be the old traditional player. He looks like he's going to go for the 1-2. Tries to shepherd. Ball's brought to the outer wing here, and man in front. No mark. Ball on the ground level and trapped in there. Umpire comes in, crosses himself, Monsignor style, and we'll have another throw up here on the outer wing.
Oh, we're one short, mate.
The Crib Point coach is not happy here.
Hey, lads, we're just one short here, one short.
As we've seen the ball, has that gone out of bounds, has it? Yeah, we're going to have a boundary throw in. And then once again, Crib Point win the contested ball. Well smothered though by the Somerville player. Oh, that was unlucky. Slipped through his hands there. Once again at ground level, Crib Point had the skills, and yeah, well, he's played on. He might not have had to, but yeah, no, well done. Was worth playing on there because he had the loose player. He's got someone on the outside. He's on a hard angle to shot a goal, and that's straight across the face and out of bounds on the full. Someone will be asking the question there. Now, can Crib Point keep it trapped down in their defence? They haven't been able to keep it trapped down there too much. Somerville have got a lot of loose players out here on the wing. They're going to use the run and handball. We're going to get the bounce. And we've got a ball at ground level, and that's out on the full. Lucky not to get paid 50 there for pushing the ball over the fence. That's it. Looks like he's going to lower his eyes here. Let's have a bit of a look around. Big kick towards goal. Who's up? And we're going to pay a free kick here, is it? Yeah. Unrealistic attempt there by the Somerville player. Somerville are just walking around here, so they need to get on the other side of the ground because Crib Point have transitioned that pretty quickly to the wing. Drop mark. Somerville are over the back here. They certainly are defending their hearts out here, Somerville. Crib Point, nice pick up there and delivery down to the full forward. Round the corner kick. No one to kick to, but the ball comes to ground. Picked up by Somerville low. No prior opportunity, and that'll be a ball up. Tackled as soon as he grabbed it. Clear winner was Somerville ruckman, but once again at the fall of the ball is Crib Point players. So Somerville really need to get someone in there to be able to win the ball out of the grunt, someone to grunt it out. dominating out of the tap outs, but they're just not been able to get it out of the clearance. So Somerville coach will probably have something to say about that at half time, I'd imagine. Well, he's lucky not to get it in the back then. Crib Point once again win the hard ball out, but Somerville managed to get the ball in the end, and we're out to it's the umpire blowing the whistle here. No, it's just to hold the mark. Somerville hold the play up for a minute there. So it's currently 9 points the difference. Or 8 points the difference.
Come on, boys, fucking be smart.
Oh yeah, well intercepted there by the Crib Point player. They certainly are winning it more at ground level. Somerville player dived on it, but the umpire will come in and ball it up. And there we go. That is half time. That's Crib Point Oval. And we'll go and have a look at the half time scores. As the players head into the change rooms for a half-time chatter. And there we can see the scoreboard. Quarter went for 30 minutes and Crib Point 5 goals, 131. Leading Somerville by 7 points on 3 goals, 6-24. Alright, half time. I'll see you in about 20 minutes. Okay, third quarter about to get underway here. The second half, Crib Point 5 goals, 131. Somerville 3 goals, 6-24. Somerville will be kicking to the right of screen. Crib Point will be kicking to the right of screen here. Somerville to the left of screen. While waits for everyone to get into their positions. Holds the ball in the air and then the siren will sound. Third quarter underway. Won by both ruckmen there. The Somerville Rover swooped straight on it. Handball to no one in particular. Crib Point get the quick kick away. And players contend at just out of full forward there, and we'll have a ball up. Good effort by the big fellow. He brought it to ground there and caused the ball up, kept it in the Crib Point forward line. He's had a quick snap out of the pack here, and there's a player on his arm. Yep, that's why you play in front. That's why you always play in front when you're in the forward line. Quick kick out of the pack, straight onto his chest. Bit of a difficult shot here. We've got the wind pretty much going to be blowing straight in his face, so. But about a 45-degree angle. He kicks, aims out towards the left-hand goal post. That should swing straight through. Comes in. Straight run in, off the side of the boot. And 3 for 1 behind. Takes Crib Point on to 5 goals, 232. Somerville 3 goals, 6-24. An 8-point lead to the home side. Crib Point's only their second point, so we'll see how the how Crib Point's set up for the kick in. Looks like they're covering ground rather than a player, so it's zoning. Kicked into the back pocket here from Somerville. They look to go towards the middle a fair bit here, Somerville. Feels going to go to the outside to play, and that's a good strong mark. Strong mark there from the Somerville number 11. Not sure what to do with it. He's got a player short. He goes there. Somerville look like they need to be trying to keep the ball off the ground here because Crib Point are dominating at ground level. Good run through play. And just over the head of the Crib Point player there, and looks like the ball's going to trickle out of bounds. And we'll have a throw in about 50 metres around from the Somerville goal. Crib Point goal. Somerville goal. Somerville goal. I'll get that right. It is the First game of the season on Unhinged here. Tapped down by the Somerville ruckman, taken straight away by the Somerville player, but he's tackled immediately, and the umpire crosses himself Monsignor style and says, give it to me. No, he doesn't. In fact, he says, I'm going to pay holding the ball against you, mate. Well, that was pretty hardcore. Dangerously across ground from Crib Point there. Seems to be the transition though. They're going to transition out to the members wing. Ball in dispute. Underground handball to Sam Powell Pepper, and he gets the kick away, but it's had a bit much on it. Well picked up though by Sam Powell Pepper. Good play there by the number 2 for Crib Point, and he's still running, Can he get it again? No, and a beautiful intercept mark there by the number 2 for Somerville there in defence. Read the play well. Got a player by himself, got 2 players through the middle here, and players streaming on the outside wing. Not sure what to do with it. He's getting called to play on. He gets around the player on the mark fairly easy. The kick's low like a worm burner. Somerville need to settle down here a little bit. They're flicking it away a little bit around here. So they need to slow the play down a little bit more here. And just take that run out of that. Just take that ground ball out of the Crib Points game, which they seem to be dominating. We've had a free kick paid here. Is that for a push in the back? Crib Point player is absolutely filthy. He's got his hands on his knees, and he's not buying that umpire a drink tonight. Number 1 for Somerville comes in. Be a hard kick this, but that's a beauty. That's a beauty. They're kicking him from that pocket. Get around him, and he's always getting a dry route. They like that one. You always know they like it when they get the dry route out. We see all the rotations coming off the bench here.
Out in front, you've got him all day. Keep presenting and time that lead.
And Somerville moves on to 4 goals, 630, and Crib Point are 5 goals, 232. So a 2-point game down here at Crib Point Reserve. You're listening to Special Agent Fox Mulder on the Unhinged football broadcast, local football from an unhinged man. And the umpire throws it up it again. Somerville wins it clearly again, but straight down to Crib Point. They're dominating at the centre clearance here. And we'll have another throw in by the looks of it. No, ball's still in dispute. And that's dug right into the sandpit like an Alabama tick, that one. Yeah, and they drag it out. Somerville player couldn't quite get a handle on the ball there. Crib Point player played that pretty well. And we head down into the pocket. Well done, he kept that ball in. But not quite. The umpire calls that out of bounds. Let's see, we've got quite a few players in behind the ball here, but still a number around the ball. So it's going to be very congested when the ball comes back into play here. There is a big gap on the members' wing there for any transition someone will want to use. But at the moment, they'll be wanting to lock it in at least. Oh, he's overrun the ball there. Off the ground. And Somerville players are saying they touched that. But that has been called a goal by the umpire. And that'll be Crib Point moving on to 6-2-38. That was a pretty lucky goal they got there, and Somerville 4 goals, 630. The Somerville players were certainly appealing that the ball was touched, but the goal umpire would have nothing to do with them. So let's see if Somerville can lift a bit out of the centre here, because they're getting dominated out of the centre. Ball up again in the air. Tapped down by the Somerville ruckman. This time Somerville gets the clearance and moves it straight into the forward line. Ball comes around like a ping pong ball there, like in a pinball machine. Eventually the Crib Point player picks it up, the ball spills free. Oh, we've got a Somerville player picking it all up, and then we'll have a flying shot at goal, and that is a point. So Somerville move on to 4 goals, 731. Crib Point at 6 goals, 236. see where he's going to decide to bring this out to the outer wing here. It's a big long kick. They'll all fly for it. Ball comes to ground, immediately tackled, and we'll have a ball up there. So we're at the 10-minute mark of the third quarter now. Ball tapped down by Somerville, immediately tackled by the Somerville player, and we'll have another ball up. Tapped there outside by the Somerville ruckman, but pushed as he kicked, and the ball will go out of bounds on the full. How are they going to call that? Is he out of bounds when he kicked it? No, they're going to call that out of bounds on the full. Unlucky there, he might have just held that ball to go across the line, but short kick, just the required distance there, 15 metres. And another short kick over the head of Powell Pepper though. No one wants it at the ground level. They're all, number 32 comes flicking up and then drops the ball at the critical moment. Big handball to the outside, and looks like we're going to get another boundary throw in here. Players start getting a bit aggro there as the emotions start to fire up a little bit as we head towards the pointy end of the game. Ball clears both ruckmen. The Crib Point will luckily bring it away. Brought back inside, but the handball goes nowhere. Nice bit of transition play. Kicked down into the forward line, but well read by the Somerville defender. Gave the forwards no chance that kick at all. Somerville transition to the other side of the ground here as we see him go to the members' wing. Players got a hold, good defensive work by the Crib Point players there, and we see a boundary throw in. Boundary throw in front of the members.
Yes, Joe, now hold your space, keep him on the outside of you.
No, it's a free kick. A free kick's been paid over there in front of the Crib Point members.
Now watch the slingshot, Joe.
No one there for Crib Point, no one flies. Dropped easy mark drop there by the Somerville player. Should have taken that. Just went straight through his fingers, just slapped at it.
Let him come to you, Joe.
Player throws it up again. Crib Point player grabs it straight out of the ruck and is tackled immediately. A Crib Point on top in the ground ball here, which seems to be the sort of game that we're playing in this cooler conditions today. Quick handball out, players everywhere. Just about all the players around the ball at the moment, and we'll have another throw in. We do have a group of players sitting ahead here in a zone, but most of the players on the ground are around the ball at the moment. Once again, the ball goes to ground. Someone trying to get a quick handball out there from Crib Point. He's tackled, and we'll have another throw up about 30 metres out from the Crib Point goal. Punch down, the umpire off the ball's played a free kick here, has he? And it's to Crib Point. That's to their number foot there, to their full forward there. He's going to have a shot. Now he's already kicked two from a similar position up the other end. So see how he goes up this end of the ground, kicking the wind across the body. And the goal umpire does not move. That is another goal to Crib Point. And they take the margin out. That's Crib Point 7 goals to 44. To Somerville 4 goals 6-24. 30. 4 goals 6-30. So a 14-point difference here to Crib Point. They're dominating the ball at ground level here, dominating Somerville. Somerville ruckman keeps getting the tap down, but Crib Point just keep extracting it. Tap down by the Somerville ruckman again. Somerville at ground level this time. Gets some run through, but are quickly blocked off. Number 10 gets the quick kick away and well marked there by the Somerville forward. Man in front again. You always got to be playing in front when you're in forward, because that you never know when that rush kick's going to come out. And if you're in front, well, it's always going to be a mark or a free kick. So well done, Somerville. Well done the Somerville forward line for getting onto that. I saw one of those for Crib Point in the second quarter, so we'll see how he goes from here. Not that far out on a cute angle, and the umpire does not move, and that is a goal for Somerville. So we're raining goals here all of a sudden at the moment. Somerville move on to 5 goals, 6-36, and Crib Point are 7 goals, 2-44. 8-point ball game here. Halfway through the third quarter. A blue sky starting to transition over us a little bit. I'm hoping it gets out a little bit. I'm starting to freeze here. On Unhinged, we're in the halfway through the third quarter of the Unhinged broadcast at the local football with Special Agent Fox Mulder, and the ball goes up in the air again. Well won by the Somerville ruckman, but braved again by Crib Point. Did playing well at ground level today. Ball in dispute on the ground. No one seems to be able to grab it. Crib Point does, Somerville does grab it, but the ball's knocked out in the tackle. Big handball there, leaves the player out on the outside of the boot. That's goal of the day. Goal of the day there for Crib Point. Beautiful kick, reverse B-nana. Well done there, well done. Not always going to kick him, but unless you try him, he looked like he's never going to miss. Well done. So Crib Point move on to 8 goals, 250. Extend lead back out to 14 points. And Somerville are on 5 goals, 6-36. Beautiful finish there by the young fella in the forward line there. Didn't panic, just took the kick, reverse banana, straight through the middle. Crib Point wins the tap down that time quite easily. The ball comes off the side of the boot though and goes a bit of a Mungle finger break. It's the same with that one. And that one's going to fall out of bounds.
Here's the moment, right? Here's the moment. Just squeeze it.
Right in front of Sam Powell Pepper there. Love a boundary throw in about just forward of the wing on the Crib Point side. Picked up by Crib Point, a handball to nobody. Somerville player gets some run and gun going. Kicks off the side of the boot slightly, and well, the Somerville player was dealt with without the ball there. The umpire didn't see it though, and he'll call that a ball in. Plenty of talking up at the moment. Game's on a knife edge here. Crib Point have taken the advantage. Tackled as he kicked the ball. Dealt with as he tried to pick it up there. Good body work by both sides. And we'll see another throw in.
Hey Joey, you roll up closer.
The Crib Point coach there in the foreground. He's giving some advice on the sideline there. Liking what he's seeing at the moment. That was a beautiful tap down, beautiful tackle too as well. He's hurt himself here, the Somerville player, has he? Corky got a dead legger. Tapped down by the Somerville ruckman, but straight to the boundary line, and we'll have another throw in here. Right on the outside wing, about half of, pretty much on the wing, we're about halfway between each goals here, so no advantage to either side. Ball seems trapped here a little bit on the wing. Shallow throw in by the boundary umpire. Somerville come away to run straight into the tackle though. And the umpire pays holding the ball. Had prior opportunity there. Crib Point plays straight on. Kick the ball forward, 1-on-1. Well defended by the Somerville defender there. Ball is ground and disputed ball. And we'll have another throw in. We'll have another ball up. Tap down by the Port Adelaide player, the Crib Point player, and a quick shot at goal, I think that might have been, was it? And Somerville have taken it, and they've got a few players loose on the members side there at half back. Across the ground here, dangerous kick, but yeah, well held, well taken by the Somerville player. He's got someone loose out here, the half back flank, and someone leading up for him. Oh, he doesn't quite take it. Nice look away handball, and comes through. Underground football though there. A real worm burner that doesn't favour anybody except for Crib Point, and that one is gone right out of bounds on the full. So for a score check, we've got 8-2-50 for Crib Point, and Somerville are on 5-6-36. Somerville to take the free kick on the half back line here. He looks to the middle of the ground and finds a player there who takes a fine mark. He's got someone loose on the half forward flank, but the kick's no good. But they've got some numbers there around the ball, Somerville. But they just cannot get their hands on the ball. Got a quick handball out. Player taken down without the ball. And the umpire is not going to pay a free kick. Crib Point bring it out across the face of goals again. Ball stays in and eventually goes out, trickles out. About 45 metres around from the Somerville goal. No, it's been called out of bounds on the forward, deliberate. Crib Point bring it in. Dangerous kick again. Across the face, this is the transition play of new football these days. He's got plenty of space out there. There's a fumble though, that might be costly. He's able to get the handball away. More handball game. Quick on the handballs here. Crib Point found a player loose by himself. Oh, over his head. Somerville need to apply the pressure here. Well done by the defender there. Read the play quite well.
Amongst these tall blokes off the back of the contest, is there one going to go through them?
Yeah, there's good. 6.
Ruckman get ready to contest. Won by the Somerville Ruckman. Number 25 comes through. Somerville's unable to take the ball though. And looks like we're going to head a ball over the boundary line again for another boundary throw in. So we're roughly around 22 minutes gone in this quarter. Had a couple of goals kicked. Still close, but Crib Point have got the advantage here. 14 points. Easily won by the Somerville Ruckman, but straight down to a pack of players that form and swarm on the ball. And the umpire has no choice but to cross himself Monsignor style, and we'll have another ball up. He goes, well done by the Crib Point Ruckman. The Somerville player just made no attempt there. He just ran straight in, tried to break the tackle. Everyone's up. No, unlucky there. Unlucky for the Crib Point player to come off his toe. Somerville need to set up here. We can see the players coming down. Some of the midfielders coming down here. No one nominates for Crib Point, so there's only one ruckman. Picked it up, blind handball, look away handball. Up to the full forward line, and that's a great mark. That is a good mark by the full forward there for Crib Point. Beautiful kick, favoured the forward. Well done. Beautiful movement of the ball there by Crib Point. They seem to be moving the ball a bit better than Somerville at this point in time, which reflects on the scoreboard. And this big fella's missed all day, so I'm tipping he's going to be kicking this one as well, and that is straight through the middle. That'll be Port Adelaide move. Crib Point. I'm going to keep calling them Port Adelaide because they've got teal on their backs, but they're Crib Point. And they've moved on to 9-2-56, and Somerville are currently stuck on, and welded on 5-6-36. So not much talk coming from the Somerville players there. got their heads down. It's the biggest lead of the game now. We're out to a 20-point lead, so he's been the difference down there, the number one for Crib Point. He's kicked 4 important goals anyway, so one out of the centre contest by Somerville immediately wrapped up in the tackle, and we'll have another ball up as the runner gets in the way there for Crib Point. Down by the Somerville, straight down to congestion again. The ball's tapped loose. Robbie Gray has a go for Port Adelaide there for Crib Point. And we've got a whistle, and it's going to be a Crib Point free kick. Oh yeah, didn't attack the ball. That was well done. Probably bit off a bit more than he can shoot. Big shot for goal here from Somerville, but that's way offline, and that's gone out of bounds. Not on the full. Or has it? That has gone out of bounds on the full. So, from the behind post, Crib Point will bring it back into play.
Tell them to persist until we get that moment.
Plays on and brings it close to the boundary line. A lot of flyers. The ball comes over the back. Some of the players immediately tackled with the ball. But he's paid holding the ball for that. Well, that was pretty lucky, I think.
Haven't got legs, right? Stretch him here.
You see there's a bit of room in amongst it, and that's gone straight out of bounds on the full. Not the best kick of the day. Has to go. He's found someone through the middle. Very dangerous kick. And the Somerville holds him down, holds him back. A lot of people screaming for the ball, and that's a good kick, but not able to take the mark. Somerville have got ground level players here, and well done there by Crib Point. They're quicker in, and taken by Sam Powell-Pepper. And Sam Powell-Pepper from about 45 metres out for Crib Point. Got the number 2 on there. He's definitely the Sam Powell-Pepper. And he's going to have to aim that probably around the left-hand goal post. It's going to be require a long kick anyway. In he comes. And Glant's going to land in the goal square. Big fly. And through for Crib Point's third behind. Takes them on to 9-3-57. Somerville have 5 goals, 6-36. 21-point lead to the home side. The wheels start to look like they're falling off here a bit for Somerville.
All their numbers are here. All their numbers are here. They're just going to come back this way, Lee. They're going to come back this way. What a surprise. What a surprise.
Somerville got all the numbers on the outside over here. Cleared the Crib Point. Oh, that might be 50. No, he's only just got away with that. Kicked that to the advantage of this Somerville player, but wasn't able to take the mark. Slings him down, and the umpire crosses himself Monsignor style, and we'll have another ball up. Tapped down by the Crib Point ruckman there, and we'll straight away have another ball up. Getting close to 3/4 time here. Crib Point by 21 points.
Doing a good job, mate.
I know.
Are you doing that for yourself? Or
Yeah, no, I'm doing it for everyone, mate. So yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, it's Unhinged first for the season on Special Agent Fox Mulder.
What do you call yourself?
Special Agent Fox Mulder's my channel on YouTube. Yep.
Okay, beautiful.
Yep. I'm the local historian, train filmer, and yeah, love doing all this sort of stuff.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Good to have great blokes like you on.
Yeah, yep.
Yeah, absolutely.
And they've had a shot at goal here, and someone will kick the lucky goal here just in the last. No.
On the full.
Out on the full. Thanks, guys. The quick shot at goal there from Somerville, but missed everything. So Crib Point got it there, the back pocket. Big long kick out of defence. The wind's died down a little bit now. The lights have come on, but we're going to have another ball up here. It's been a scrappy play today. First game of the year, very cold weather. Everyone's got cold hands, cold fingers, cold legs, cold everything. Won by both ruckmen down to the crib point. Big high kick that's going to come down with snow on it probably. Oh, big high fly there. Yeah, umpire's going to pay that for an unrealistic attempt, although I didn't think there was too much interference with the players then, so you probably just let them fly for the mark, I reckon. Somerville determined to break the crib point zone here, and he's fallen over. Dangerous kick. That's why you don't kick it across the face of goal. Played that in the back. Dragged him down in the back. Crib point have got their tails up. That's a big long kick to full forward. No one's down, and it just bounces to the right of the post there, and the umpire taps himself on the chest and says, I'm going to pay that for a behind the stick, 1 point. And that'll be crib point moving on to 9 goals 3, 57. Somerville 5 goals 636. Oh, off his chest. Nice in close. They get that out. Nice transition through there by Somerville. Ball bounces off hands, flicked around, ends up in crib point's hands. They go forward again. They've got some players with the advantage, but not quite. Well defended by Somerville. They're under pressure here. And yeah, starting to get a bit grumpy now because the lactic acid's starting to kick in the legs. Ball comes back into play. Won by the Port Adelaide ruckman. Ball goes straight to ground. It comes loose ball on the ground. No one can take clean possession. And eventually tackled. And we'll have another throw in. About 50 metres out from the crib point goal. Equal tap out there. Somerville are over the back. They've got numbers here. But who's he going to kick it to? That's a shocking mung. A worm burner and a finger breaker. And is that a sling tackle, or the umpire's just going to pay that a ball up? And there we go. 3/4 time. We'll go and have a look at the scoreboard. And Premiership quarter all over there. So we've got one more quarter to go.
Can you get through there, Sean?
You see Powell Pepper, he's the best player on the ground at the moment. So we'll go and have a look at the scoreboard. And then we'll get in around the crib point huddle. Been to Somerville huddle in the first quarter. So there's our scores. 9-4-58 crib point. Somerville 5 goals 7-37. So a 21 point lead to the home side here at crib point reserve. And we'll go and join the crib point huddle. See what they've got to say. Their coach should be happy. As we see all the players going to their groups. We've got the midfield groups, we've got the defensive groups and the forwards.
Okay, and if they try to bring it out the back, you close it down straight away.
Got the big fella here, he's kicked 4 goals, so done pretty well. Kicked them from everywhere as well.
So if you'll just play back with me, being Arch.
Going to come in, we've got the midfield group here. Number 2 is best on the ground at the moment, dominating play. He's going to have a bit of a chat, see what he reckons. Dominating though, clean possession.
If you come in, that's the plan straight away. If you miss the meeting, that's the plan.
And we've got our defensive group over here. Been rebounding pretty well. All right. Okay. Final quarter just about to get underway here at Crib Point Reserve. Not too much talk going on from the Somerville side here. I don't know what we're waiting for. The umpire's waiting for somebody. Head down to the commentary box again. And here we go. Siren sounds for the fourth and final quarter down here at Crib Point Reserve. Players fly, big win from the Somerville ruckman into the sandpit. Grabbed by the, and he's caught him high, caught in the umpire. He's a small player, it's hard to tackle him. And that's not a bad kick, but punched away by the Crib Point defender, and well played, and that'll see the ball out of bounds about 50 metres out from Somerville goal. Somerville kicking to the right of screen for the final quarter. Ball back into play. No one wins clearly in the ruck. It's a scramble for the ball, and once again we have a ground ball and we'll have another throw up. Well, throws it up, won by the Somerville ruckman, but once again tackled immediately as soon as they grabbed the ball. That's been the feature of the day for Crib Point today. Their tackling, the pressure on the man who's hot the ball has been their feature, and that's why they've been able to put it onto the scoreboard. It's off the side of the boot, and the ball goes out of bounds on the full in front of Sam Powell-Pepper on their wing out there. He kicked towards the Somerville centre half forward there. He comes out to meet it. Plenty of Somerville players at ground level. They'd get the ball kicked in. That's ball's bobbling around there. That was almost a throw, but he's given it to Wade, straight back to the opposition there. And Crib Point to move it out of defence. Drop mark from the Somerville player. Crib Point got numbers at the ground level, but the kick's astray and straight to Somerville. They've got a player loose in the middle, and not much else on offer, although the full forwards come out on the big lead here. Bounces in front of him. He drags it in under the Port Adelaide to the Crib Point player. And we're going to have a ball up there. Not enough energy now to be wrestling and carrying on the ground. Umpire throws it up straight away to get us away. Port Adelaide win that, Crib Point win that easily. Snap in front of goal. Both players had no idea where it was going, and quick out of defence. It's going to be brought straight back in though by Somerville by the looks of it. He hasn't held the mark, but he had plenty of time to recover, and the kick is astray, straight to Port Adelaide. And short kick to the number 13 from Crib Point, and he's got another short kick and pinpoints another player. Got some outside run, and they send it forward. There's no one at all in the forward line down there. Ball beats everyone. Oh yeah, well, good handball. And he's going to kick that off the side of the boot, and that's going to go right across the face of goal. And it's like someone will have got the numbers out here, although that kick's only, oh yeah, he drags it in just before the other line. Yeah, Crib Point have got numbers at the ground ball every time here, so Somerville is struggling at the ground level. Umpire's picked out a free kick here for too high, has he? It's going to go to Somerville, number 2. No, it's going to go to the big fella there. He just plays on. Gets an ordinary looking handball to really no one, but it does open up the play on the out the members' wing there. Kick down into the Somerville forward line. Player brought down without the ball, and we're going to call a boundary throw in. Somerville player asking the umpire about that one. The umpire says play on. Back into play. Won by both ruckmen there. And straight down to Somerville, and he's tackled immediately, and we've got another ball up. So we're at 5 minutes into the last quarter here. Somerville get the clearance. We've got players with the ball, tried to beat the tackle, but he did get the handball away. Flying shot for goal, and that's gone to the right of the stick, and that's behind the stick. That'll be Somerville 5 goals, 38. Crib Point 9 goals, 58. So even 20-point game. Good kick. Hits him up at centre half back there on the half back flank. And he kicks a low kick to the wing. Once again, Crib Point at ground level, just dominating. And he's lucky not to get paid a throw. Look at that. And they're going to be out of bounds. Yep. Throw that in. Umpire deemed that as to be snapped out in the tackle there instead of actually incorrect disposal. So he was pretty lucky there. The ball falls short in that throw in then. The handball's quickly away to the Crib Point take it, and he's been able to tackle to the ground. And the umpire will once again come in and cross himself and throw the ball up again. Well won by the Crib Point ruckman, but there's no one down there. Somerville are onto it, close to the boundary line, and a little bit of aggro going out in front of the member stand down there. There'll be plenty of advice coming from the locals there, as there usually is, as is but right. Ball over the back of the ruckman again. Gang tackled the Somerville player there, and no opportunity, so the umpire's just going to ball that up. You see another big tackle from Crib Point. That's their tackling pressure today that's got them across the line. Tackling like wild animals. Throw up again. You see a bit of aerial ping pong go on. Quick handball out, did not have the ball then, and that'll be a free kick to Crib Point. And it won't be 50 metres because the umpire only just called the kick there, so Crib Point appealing for 50, always do. Umpire's called play on. He looks to the outer side wing, to the member side wing there. Mark dropped, picked up by Powell Pepper. But kicks astray, or the Somerville player drops a fairly easy mark, and a great smother there from the Crib Point forward line there. Forward line pressure's what win games, Cole. Time's starting to run out for Somerville here. They need a quick goal to have any opportunity here, because 20-point lead at this point of the game is going to be very hard to track down. Straight down to the Somerville players this time, get it out, but tackled fiercely by the Somerville player there. And the umpire will ball that up again. We go, they both grabbed it out of the air, the Crib Point full forward. Got some run and gun there from the Somerville rover. The ball goes over the back and we've got a block. Somerville have got no one forward down here. You can see a lot of Port Adelaide players running for the board. Let's watch to see if we get a Somerville player come and run in from behind. Have Crib Point set up for that. Have they covered for it? Looks like they are covering it. Doesn't look like there's anyone coming in for the offload. He's going to kick that long. Kicks it long, looking for the forward line. Good contested effort by both players. Tries to beat the tackle. Gets the handball away, gets a look away handball into the forward line. Nearly a mark taken by the Somerville. And that is a rushed kick, and found the number 5, and he is about 30 metres out. Slight angle, and let's see if he can bring Somerville back in the game. They desperately need a goal here. 20 points down, and we're roughly about 10 minutes into the final quarter. Pressure's on. And touched on the line. Well done by the defender there. Quickly brought out by the Crib Point defence. Somerville will move on to 6 goals, 9:45. Sorry, 5 goals, 9:39. Big fly. Ball's it down, and then see the ball go out of bounds. TW Sharon written on the side there. Big throw in. Somerville big man wins it to ground. Well done by the Somerville player to clear. And probably a better result than a point. Got dealt with after he got rid of the ball. Now we're right around in the Somerville forward line, deep in the Somerville forward line. Ball comes, someone kicks the ball out, now he kicks it along the ground again. Luckily it comes to a Somerville player. He kicks the ball and Port Adelaide, Crib Point defender's too good there. So they go forward and that's a good tackle by the big man. And the ball spills free and looks like we're going to have another ball up. So well defended there by Crib Point. Somerville was certainly putting the pressure on at that point in time. It's a crooked throw up. Both ruckmen sort of contend, and there's a quick snap for goal here, and that's going to make it through. That could be the sealer. That could be the sealer. No, it's a touched ball. Touched ball. So Crib Point move on to 9 goals, 5:59. Somerville 5 goals, 7:37. So we've got a throw up here on the outer side wing. Straight up, Somerville player wins it down to a Somerville player again, but Crib Point once again dominant at ground level. They just inch it forward. Luckily caught by the Somerville player there though. He gets a very hurried kick away. The wind takes it a little bit, and yeah, well marked by the Crib Point defender there. Puts the hand out for settling. Short kick. And we've got a runner outside. Dangerous kick it was. Powell Pepper comes through and gets it off the ground. And takes the mark there at on the half forward flank for Crib Point. Big long kick into the forward line where the big timber are, and that's off hands. Somerville don't rush it through. They bring it out and taking the mark and bring it in, and they're taking the mark at centre half forward. They look like they got some numbers down the member side wing here. It's a shocking kick though. He does manage to get the ball eventually. And Somerville move to their half forward flank. Kick into the forward line. Numbers for Port. Oh, that's a mark. Well done. Umpires paid that mark to number 11 there. Now he needs to kick this because Somerville have been inaccurate all day. Hasn't cost them the game. The Crib Point have been too good at ground level, too good at tackling, and too good at finishing off. So they need a goal. Comes in, heads straight over the ball and kicks the goal. Much needed goal for Somerville. It takes them on to 6 goals. Six goals, 8:44. Crib Point 9 goals, 4:56.
Make sure we've got covered numbers. We keep sneaking up and getting caught out.
So Somerville rising to the effort here. See if Crib Point can hold on. Ball goes up. It's won by the Somerville ruckman straight down to the Port Adelaide, to the Crib Point player. Dominated out of the centre today. Loose ball, onto the ground. He might get in the back, is he? Yeah, that's in the back. all over him like a rash he was. And that'll be Crib Point having a shot from about 45 metres out. Pretty much directly straight in front of goal. He'll just aim that towards the right-hand goal post, and Wynn should drag that back in. So I'd imagine if he can put this through for a sausage roll, that'll probably be the sealer. We've gone roughly about 15 minutes into the last quarter. And he comes in. Concentration written all over his face. Runs out a little bit to the right, and a long kick, and that is beautiful kick. Well finished off. And that is going to be the seal. I'm going to call it right there. The fat lady's going to sing. The fat lady has sung. And down here at Crib Point.
Joey, now it's all get this system right.
And that'll be Crib Point moved on to 10 goals, 5-65, and Somerville after kicking 1 goal in this quarter.
Let's go, Cribby!
Moved along to 7 goals. 8-50. 7 goals, 9-51, sorry, I can't see the scoreboard from here. Umpires played that for holding the man there, holding the man decision. Lucky, haven't seen too many free kicks paid today, so it's a long kick down to the forward line there. Plenty of Crib Point defenders at the ground though, picked up by Somerville. Tackled twice, tried to beat both players, and yeah, that's holding the ball every day of the week. If you're going to take on the player, you've got to beat him, or else you're going to get paid holding the ball. Oh, got a paid to Somerville free kick there. That's a shocking kick. Someone's been killed in the middle of the ground there. No, he's only half dead. Somerville seem like they got all day to make a comeback here. Good mark. Well spotted there, and good mark by the number 10 in the pocket here. He's about we'll call it 40 metres out on a 45-degree angle. We're right behind him here. Wind's still blowing across the ground. If he aims that for the right-hand goal post, that should swing straight through the left-hand goal post. And that's what he's done, and the wind does not bring it back. What a bagger. So, Somerville, very messy in front of goal today. Hasn't cost them. They had to kick a couple more, but certainly Crib Point have been the better side on the day. Out to the half-back flank in front of the members out here at Crib Point. That's just gone straight out of bounds on the full. Plenty of advice from the locals down there about how he should have kicked that. Somerville plays on. Centre of the ball at about 30 metres out, and that's a mark. Well marked by the number 47 there for Port Adelaide. And for Crib Point, sorry. They've got numbers out here. And that's where they're going to bring it. And great mark, well marked. Great mark by the defender there. Had his name written all over it. Probably been their best defender down here. Long kick down the lines where you want it this time of the game. Sun comes out finally. Somerville getting their hands on the ball in this quarter, but they're not making any dent on the scoreboard. Just poor possession. Oh, wait a minute. Here we go. And once again, in front of goal, Somerville messy. And that is going to be costly. That'll be probably their 11th point for the day. They've had plenty of scoring shots, but they've been under pressure every time. And that's credit to Crib Point, putting the pressure on. They've tackled hard. They've won the contested possession. They've got a loose player out here on the 50-metre line. And they're just going to hold play up here for a minute. We've been going for about 21 minutes now. And this is a good way to rub the opposition's face into it. Just play a bit of keepings off. Take a bit of time off the clock. both Somerville players contested against each other then, and that is holding the ball. Tried to take the player on, and that is what happened. You've got to beat him, or else you're going to get done holding the ball. Oh, we've got the big cramp going there, first game of the year. The old mega cramp. Goes for the handball, but it's dangerous. And then gets the 1-2 going, and a big long high kick that brings down Snow, but Somerville players have marked that. Advantage them. Big sweeping handball. And the ball's made its way out to the members' side there. Somerville players appealing for there's no one to kick to. No one's offering him anything, so he has to go long. And well done again. Well done again. Another great mark in the defence there by Crib Point. And it's defence what's win games there, Cole. And they're quite happy just to keep a bit of playings off here against Somerville, to wind down the clock a little bit. Somerville will start to feel the pressure. And he goes backwards, and he's got another player here if he wants. And some more players transitioning to this side of the ground here. That's a dangerous kick there, and well taken though. Both Somerville players overcommitted there. And Crib Point slowed the play down here. No need for a rough game now. Down the line where you want to be going. Kicks to a 3-on-1 though, so interesting. Crib Point comes up with the ball though. Bounces off the big fella's chest there. Number 7, good follow up. Awesome handball. Crib Point look forward, and they've got a player by themselves. 20 metres out, directly in front. And if there's any doubt, the fat lady's already sung. She can, we'll have another sing as well.
Oh, I'm asking.
He's going to keep coming in.
And who's got this one? Is it Robbie Gray or is it Sandpepper Powell?
Archie, how long can we hold him out?
No, it's Robbie Gray's got the ball. Let's see what Robbie Gray can do here. Comes in and he's put it behind the stick. Oh well. They've been accurate all day, Cribby, so they've just put one to the left of the stick there, behind the stick, behind the post.
Better longer now, Marchie. Communicate. Communicate.
Now Somerville, what are they going to do? They're going to try and play some fast football through the middle here. It's about their only opportunity they're going to have. Picked up yet, and there we go. Look at that. Just winning it out of the contested parts of the ground. Their tackling pressure, their contested possession has just been too dominant for Somerville today. And thrown in, one by the Somerville ruckman. He's dominated the tap outs, but Crib Point just dominated the ground ball.
So you're going to the actual game? Yeah. You are. And he's not. He's staying for the
Umpire will throw it up again.
Communicate now, set them all up. Tell them when to go.
Probably got about 2 or 3 minutes to go in the game here. And a quick kick out of the pack, and Somerville will bring it in not a very direct way around. They're going to have to come through the middle if they want to do anything here at all. That's probably a better looking kick. Dangerous, but still effective. We've got a long, nice looking kick, but there's outnumbered there. Oh, nearly a good mark by the Somerville player. Ground ball goes to ground again, and he runs into trouble. Well defeated tackle there, and there we go. Mark about 30 metres out on a slide angle from number 61 then. He's going to have to get on with it. There's only about 5 minutes play to go, if that. Plenty of advice, and he's kicked that out of bounds on the full note. Just sneaks in for a behind, does it? One behind the Somerville. And that'll be them 20 points behind. Can't see the scoreboard currently, but Crib Point by 20 points at the moment. Somerville have not been able to kick our sausage roll all day. They've been really struggling in front of goal, but it's always been because they've been under pressure when they've been kicking. They've only had a few set shots. Oh, unrealistic attempt there from the big fly. And Crib Point are in no hurry to get a move on here with this. They can just play a bit of keepings off. That's a shocking kick though. Somerville use it by hand through the, and they get it into the forward line with a great big long kick there. Really, there's a whole flock of Crib Point Magpies down there, and a quick transition kick back, and he's going to take that mark there. It was really a kick to no one, but the pressure's gone a little bit out of the game now, so. So in the final stages down here at Crib Point, first game of the season, Crib Point versus Somerville. Looks like Crib Point's going to take the chocolates. Somerville ruckman uncontested. Crib Point quick kick around the corner, but as has been all day the case, the quick kicks have just landed in the opposition's hands in both sides. So this will be something the coaches will be able to look at during the week. And that's a dangerous, dangerous ball that trickles through for a behind. So Somerville certainly doing it the hard way, like Collingwood were last night. Big run out of defence, but straight to the opposition again. And there goes the siren. Crib Point are the victors. There's the song. And we'll just go down and look at the final scores on the scoreboard, and we'll wrap it all up there. Here we have final scores. 10 goals, 666. Crib Point taking the chocolates home to 6-13-49 by Somerville. The Eagles just outplayed today, and Crib Point just too good at ground level. 19 scoring shots to 16, but a lot of the kicks from Somerville were under pressure. So you can see the players coming together there, shaking hands, and now it'll be beer o'clock. Okay, well, that'll be the first episode of and first round of the footy of Unhinged for 2023 with Special Agent Fox Mulder at the local footy at Crib Point. Crib Point home by 20 points. By 17 points, sorry. It's been a long day, and that'll be Special Agent Fox Mulder out.